what I was saying is there's incredible cheers. We've seen some people in the outskirts doing it, but we're gonna go see how close we can get to the actual section.
Get that at an American baseball game, right? That was
concept is American.
That was yeah, but like they're so like just Korean and like everyone together in unison, and that was really fun to watch. I love that.
요즘 한국 프로야구는 갈수록 엄청난 인기몰이를 하고 있습니다. 지난해에는 한국 프로야구 역사상 최초로 무려 1000만 명의 관중수를 돌파하며 엄청난 인기를 끌었고 그 인기는 지금도 계속되고 있습니다. 이런 큰 인기는 한국을 찾는 외국인 관광객들에게도 소문이 났고 한국 관광을 와서 야구장을 찾는 외국인들이 점점 많아지고 있습니다. 그 숫자는 점점 증가하여 작년에는 재작년보다 무려 14배나 폭등했는데요. 이제는 한국 필수 관광 코스로 자리 잡았습니다. 외국인들이 가장 감탄하는 부분은 한국의 응원 문화였습니다. 미국 메이저리그와는 다르게 한국에서는 응원단장과 치어리더의 리드에 맞춰 관중들이 떼창 응원을 하게 되는데 관중들이 자리에 앉아있는 시간보다 서서 응원을 하는 경우가 더 많아서 선수들보다 관중들이 더 체력적으로 힘들다고 말할 정도입니다. 글로벌 최대 커뮤니티 레딧에는 한국 야구는 미쳤다라는 게시물이 올라와서 화제가 되기도 했습니다. 부산 사직구장에서 모든 관중들이 파란 옷을 입고 떼창 응원을 하는 모습으로 미국 메이저리그에서는 상상도 할 수 없는 응원 장면이었는데요. 이 같은 한국 야구장의 모습은 미국 방송에서도 언급될 정도였습니다.
Difference in how they see baseball there and how we see it here.
It's interactive again, and it's good to see you. It's interactive. They're involved with not only, I think, the play on the field, they're very involved with the cheerleaders. Whatever's going on in front of them, they're kind of participating with. In between innings, so this is a thing now in all of sports venues, like when the half inning ends, the lights go out. Like the lights go out and darkness descends and everybody's got these wristbands with different color lights on. So when there's no action on the field and we're in a commercial, they're all very active. So to me, this is one of those participation type. You get a trophy. You come in, you get a trophy because you're participating, and everybody is doing it. That to me is the biggest difference. And to your point, that's what soccer is. They all get involved, and it's not just because there's a great corner kick or a header. It's because they're at the event.
전 세계를 돌아다니며 유튜브를 운영하는 스태프와 피트도 한국을 방문해서 야구장을 찾았는데요. 영상 함께 보시겠습니다. 스태프와 피트가 운영하는 유튜브에 들어가 보면 한국 여행에 관한 다른 영상들도 있으니 확인해 보시기 바랍니다.
Where we are going to our first Korean baseball game.
Baseball is South Korea's favorite pastime. The KBO League, established in 1982, has 10 teams and draws nearly 8 million fans annually with an average attendance of over 11,000 per game. But what really sets Korean baseball apart is its lively atmosphere. Fans engage in organized cheers, chants, and songs throughout the game, led by cheerleaders and mascots. TV viewership regularly hits millions, and over 30% of South Koreans call baseball their favorite sport. So, we wanted to see what all the fuss was about.
In my entire life, I haven't even watched a sport.
The first time we were in Korea was about 2 years ago, and from the beginning, people were like, go to a baseball game, go to a baseball game, you have to go to a baseball game. And we didn't listen, but tonight we're finally listening, and we're gonna walk through our kind of first impressions and what it's like and how to go to a Korean baseball game.
Let's start from the beginning. We're here at the Daegu Samsung Lions Park, a 24,000 capacity stadium home to the Samsung Lions, one of the KBO League's most successful teams with 8 championship titles to their name.
I wanted to let you know the process for getting tickets.
There are a number of websites where you can buy tickets online, but because we don't have Korean phone numbers, those didn't work for us.
So I decided to come to the stadium yesterday, the day before, to see if I could purchase some. They don't do pre-advance bookings, they only do day of game. So I went into the club store that was open, and I was speaking to them, using a bit of Google Translate, and one of the really nice ladies in there booked them online for me. So she went onto her account, booked them, I paid her cash. She gave me a number, but I had to go then to the ticket booth here, and they printed out our tickets.
We heard merch is really affordable, so now we're trying to go back to the team store that Pete was at yesterday. Today there's a massive line.
This is one of the really nice guys that was helping me yesterday when I was trying to figure out how to buy tickets.
I have heard incredible things about the food culture at the stadiums. We go find our seats, but then food is the priority. But already there is like a full-fledged cafe, with wooden chairs and presumably home-baked pastries, and I will go anywhere for some food and some beers, and I think we'll find both here. This is the line to get in. Since we just learned that the line to get in is super long, I've come to the convenience store to buy beer. Now, as an American, this is an insane concept because when we go to sports games, you pay 3 to 4 times for what a beer would cost normally or outside. Here in Korea, there's a full-fledged convenience store with the same convenience store prices at the stadium. This is a concept I also love when it comes to hotels. A lot of the hotels we've stayed in have had a convenience store in the lobby or in the basement. And so if you want a glass of wine or a beer in the evening, you're not forced to buy overpriced room service. You just go downstairs to the normal convenience store and buy what you need. Incredible.
The other thing that took us totally by surprise is that you can bring whatever food and drink you want inside the stadium.
So we're in this line, and so many people just have coolers and bags of food and drinks they're bringing into the stadium.
Lines move really quickly, which is great. But just to add to Steph's point about people bringing stuff in, I worked in a stadium in America, and they had such strict policies, like all stadiums now in North America, about you have to have a clear bag, you can't really bring much stuff in. This is wild how much stuff people are bringing in. It's crazy, and it's not really, by the looks of it, they're checking the bags, which is great, but it's not super strict, but it's just incredible. Should have brought a whole picnic.
One thing you can't bring, a barbecue.
Just check it, yeah, that's okay, no, you can bring it.
I didn't know that.
He thinks every security is TSA.
Can I get find the pizza? Can I get find the pizza?
Hayes is looking for pizza. Steph and I have a long list of things that we want to get here, and we're heading to Food Street right now.
We had purchased beer and gotten inside the stadium, so now it was time for food. And a little bit of a disappointment.
To Food Street.
To Food Street.
After the initial excitement of Food Street, I must say, Pete and I watched a video last night. It was the best food review show ever, and he was in Busan, which I think is the famous place for baseball, and it was incredible. There was fried squid, and there was sundae, the blood sausage, and I was ready to eat a million courses. This Food Street looks to have Papa John's, hot dogs. It's good. I don't know. I hope maybe we can find some other stuff too, some more particular to Daegu or Korea. I don't know. I heard the different stadiums have different foods. So far, I'm less wowed than I thought I would be. They have this lovely family zone behind me with all these seats with tables. There's stroller parking, and then there's a massive sand pit. So that's a win. If you watched our Seoul video, you'll know that beer is not actually from Denmark, but it's everywhere, man.
this was 16,000 for both. So that's around what, about $6, you reckon?
That's a piece?
$6
to $7
a piece. Phenomenal value. You wouldn't get that much back in the States. It would be like triple the price.
Now that we have our, what is this, a liter? Whatever this is, with a straw. Hayes got his tangulu. The next thing we want to do is go check out the cheering section. So evidently in Korean baseball, every single player has cheers and dances, and there's like a cheering section, and then there's like leaders that are leading the routines. I've seen a little bit also.
There's also, Daddy showed you up there, also campsite. There's also tents up there. Can you believe that? Why are people even camping up there in the mountains with like, we're not even in the mountains. I don't know. We're not into money now.
There are tents. Maybe like the part, like Hunt River Park, they love tents, and there is a section that I guess you can pitch your own tent. They're not sleeping here. What I was saying is, there's incredible cheers. We've seen some people in the outskirts doing it, but we're gonna go see how close we can get to the actual section.
Also there's like people when they're dressed in these kind of outfits. So children tiger and like mini thing, whatever it's called. I don't know.
Get that at an American baseball game, right? That was.
The concept is American.
That was. Yeah, but like they're so like just Korean and like everyone together in unison. And it was just, that was really fun to watch. I love that. Until we started researching about coming to a game was that all the teams are named after big Korean conglomerates. So we're watching the Daegu Samsung Lions, as in Samsung, huge company. And there's another team called Lotte, is there a Hyundai and a Kia? But yeah, it's just so bizarre because I'm a big football fan and I could just never imagine Arsenal Emirates or the Emirates Arsenal, like it just didn't sound right, didn't feel right, but here it works, and apparently these companies put a ton of money into this, and it's like company pride, right? And you're going against other big companies in your home country, so you know it works here.
So Korea famously has the lowest birth rate in the world right now. In some places you don't see a ton of kids. They're all at this baseball game. It's a 5 o'clock game on a Saturday night. We're in Daegu, as we said. So it's perfect. But I have seen more families here than any other place we've ever been in all of Korea. Okay, final thoughts. That was really fun. Baseball is still not my favorite sport. One of the reasons we love Korea is because everything is so functional and lovely and well thought out. That was no exception. But on top of that, it was still like lively and a great atmosphere. Like that wasn't drained from it. I don't know, we'll ask Pete for his thoughts. Oh, also super affordable. The tickets for 3 of us were 30,000 won, so like 20 bucks for all 3 of us. What else? Any?
I was just going to say, not related to that, but just something universal. I love that these folks out here, dads and sons and kids playing.
And daughters.
And daughters. I was going to say that. Playing baseball.
Speaking of sons.
And
where's ours?
It just reminded me. He's over there. I see. Okay. Just reminded me when I used to go and watch football when I was a young lad, I used to go home and play in the garden for hours, like trying to recreate what I've just seen. So,
God, I hope that Hayes doesn't do that because I don't want to be a baseball mom. Thanks for watching this video. If this is the first time you've seen us, we are doing a big trip all around Korea. Our last stop was in Andong. Our next stop is going to be Pohang. We have loads of Korea videos on the way. And one more thing. We are in the early stages of planning a group trip. And between you and me, it's probably going to be to Korea.